Alright, everyone knows the situation around the Dying Guhong V4. Its sensors break. Like that. But I thought, well, the sensors are broken, but the pieces aren't. So, why not put them to use? So today I'm going to be swapping some of the Dying Guhong V4 pieces with other random cubes. So, I'm going to be putting them in a bunch of different colors. Right, so I'm going to reveal the cubes as we go on. So the first cube that I'm going to swap it with is the Meilong M. So what I'm going to do firstly is I'm actually just going to swap only the edges. Then what I'm going to do is I'll swap only the corners, and then we'll swap the entire cube.
A few moments later.
Alright, this is the monstrosity I've created. As you can tell, it looks super weird. So, currently, only the Dying Guhong edges are in this cube, and the Meilong corners are still there. So, oh my god, that's like really, it literally feels like it's about to pop. I mean, it's so loose. And I should probably also take into account that the Dying Guhong V4 is 56mm, while this Meilong's only 55. Jeez, that is loose. Let's test out the corner cutting. Can it corner cut? No, I can't. I'm not surprised. Can it? Whoa. Okay. Okay. Wait. That was literally. That's like about to. It was like about to pop, and then it just doesn't. That's okay. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put the Guhong corners, but keep the Meilong edges. Alright, I'm done. I don't know what looks more cursed. Is it this or the other cube? That is very good corner cutting. So, this also feels like it's about to pop, but actually I kind of like this better, to be honest. This is nice and smooth, and it's actually quite a nice feel. Like, the corner cutting, it seems to be like better on this cube. Like it can actually do 45. Reverse, wow, that's quite effortless. And we can go more. Can we get what? No way. That's what? How does it do that much? Wow, I can even do fancy algorithms on it. Okay, that might be a little risky. And the corners, they like stick out, so it's gonna be harder to miss turns, I guess, but as you can see, there's a bunch of gaps, and that kind of looks good there. So let's fully switch out the Meilong pieces for the Dying pieces. Oh, I actually really want to try this cube. Oh, there it is. Alright. Let's put you in. Now, obviously, this feels quite normal, because it's all the Dying pieces, and actually, apart from the white, this actually looks kind of normal. What the hell? That feels... That's a nice feeling, actually. It's a very, like... Probably due to Probably due to there being no lube in this. Like, I haven't lubed the Dying pieces at all, but... Wow, this is such a... Wait, this is... No, like, listen to this. That is a strong magnetic bump. When you get that and like a really airy feel, that is like a really interesting feeling. But it's also like super loose. Wow. That actually feels really nice. I really like the feeling of this cube. It's probably not going to be good performance, but wow, this cube is surprisingly good. Like, what is that corner cutting? That is just silly. That's like the... What? No, hang on. That... When I do corner cutting like this, that is just ridiculous. Alright, so I'm going to take this... Okay, I don't want to lose that. So I'm going to take this apart now, because we are not using the Meilong core. And that's because the next... I lost that piece. Next cube, we're going to be swapping the pieces. The RS3M 2020. So this is the same thing. Let's put the Meilong stuff. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to swap the edges, and we'll see how that goes. So I accidentally deleted that clip, but as you'll see in a bit, it's not going to matter. So I'm currently putting the Dying corners with the RS3 edges. I don't know if I'm even going to be able to do this, because it's actually like fallen apart so many times. Look at that. Look at the opening. There is literally that much space. That's, oh my god. Yeah, again, I don't know if I can even assemble this. Like, yeah, this RS3 core, I don't know if it's because it's so tight, or I don't know if it's something about the actual core itself. It just won't, the pieces won't fit. That means I'm really doubting that it's gonna put all the dying pieces on, because that's the next thing. Alright, turns out it actually does work, which I'm like quite surprised. Alright, I had to stop filming for a bit, and I've actually played with this, so what I'm about to say, it's not my first impressions, but it's alright. Now, this feels really like kind of similar to the Meilong M. It's kind of similar to the one with the Meilong M core. Well, I haven't felt that in quite a while, so I can't really remember what that feels like, but it does kind of feel similar. As you can see, it's got all that loose stuff. This does kind of look like a YJ Yulong V2M, actually. Let me get that cube real quick. Spot the difference. So here's my YJ Yulong V2M, and I was actually going to swap pieces, but it's absolutely disgusting on the inside, so I'm not going to do that. But they do look quite similar. So yes, oh, whoops. Spot the difference. This does feel like really light, but it also does kind of feel like the RS3M, where it's got that, like, I really don't know how to describe it. Like, if you felt the RS3M before, you kind of know what it means. It's like air. It's kind of like the airy feel of the Guhong mixed with the kind of snappy turning of the RS3, which makes sense. It's got the RS3 core. What I actually want to do is actually tighten the screws, because I want to see if I can make this like a good cube. I wasn't actually planning to do this, but I thought, hey, this cube is good. Maybe if it was a little looser, it could be really good. So I'm just going to tighten it up by about half a turn. Whoa, that does feel... That feels really interesting. Oh. Yeah, okay. Still might be a little loose. Let's check the corner cut. Yeah, I can still corner cut 45 really easily, and reverse. So sometimes it can literally get caught, and other times it just does that. So quite a really interesting feel. If I actually put some lube in this, then it could feel really good. But I don't want to ruin the dying cube, because obviously I'm going to put this dying cube back to its this, I guess. Let's move on to our final cube. Can you guess what it is? Maybe if I will turn it behind the camera. Now this cube is one you might not expect, but I did like a few trials earlier, and actually it could work really well. Of course, it always does that. This is the Shengshou Gem. Thanks to RBM for giving me this. And it is, to be honest, not a bad cube. Like, I can still spam some moves. But as you just saw, if I do a bunch of moves, tiles go everywhere. Which is honestly the biggest problem about this cube. The turning, like, it's not great, but it's not bad either. So yeah, like I said, I did some tests earlier. Like, I only just did like one edge, and it actually worked out pretty well. So speaking of that, let's go on to swapping the edges out.
2 hours later.
Bruh.
I literally have no idea what I've just created. This oh my goodness. Hey, at least none of the tiles are falling off. Okay, there you go. Here's a pop. How's that stinging? Let's try IUS. Wait, actually kind of works. Color difference is extreme. Just look at that. I mean, the red doesn't look so different, but you look at the blue. It's pretty much a checkerboard pattern, and the orange looks similar. The green does not. The yellow is like half. All right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the Shengshou Gem edges and the Diane corners. Okay, yeah, this looks... Whoa, that is, like, extremely loose. And it does feel okay. I think this might be worse for the task. What I was about to say is it kind of does feel like a gem. Like, not gonna lie. And jeez, recognition looks so weird. So it kind of does feel like a Shengshou Gem for some reason, but just like 100 times looser. Probably because there are more edges than corners. The edges have more impact on the feel. Alright, time for the grand finale where we do, oh my goodness, where we do all the die-in pieces, 0 gem pieces. Well, apart from the core. This is not what I was expecting. Oh my goodness. Jeez. Okay, this, yeah, it's extreme. Look at that. It's like really fast. This is like the fastest cube ever. You know, I think if this was on Z3 Cubing's fastest cubes, this would definitely be on. That is ridiculously fast and loose. It just feels like a Shengshou Gem, but you just made everything so much more looser. Yeah, the magnets, the pieces can't even. Well, I guess if these pieces are apart, you could like kiss them together, but they're not gonna stay like that. Like, see, like now I'm wondering if I were to make this better, which I'm not. Should I make this looser or tighter? Because oh, okay, I think we got a pop, so I think I explained the answer. The video is not over yet. Now, earlier I did say that I really liked when I put the Guhong pieces in the Meilong. So what I'm actually going to do is do that again and see how much potential I can get with that cube. Here's the cube, and yeah, I really like this. Oh no. Let me compare this to my tornado. Okay, this is like more buttery kind of stuff. This is, oh man, I put quite a lot of galaxy in this. Here, it's like smooth. Here, it's like basically a 50-50 split between the Guhong and the Meilong. I absolutely love the feeling of this cube. If we could somehow make a cube and like make these center caps legal, I could honestly use this. Time this by half a turn. Like if I had Nebula and I put some in, I reckon I really like this. Because when the Guhong core wasn't broken, I actually put a bit of Nebula into the cube, and I loved it. I really love like the really like gummy kind of feel, but like really smooth. And here I'm kind of getting the same thing. Well, this is kind of what it felt like without leaf. And also here we have like this, I don't know if you can hear this, but the magnets are kind of strong, which give it a little bit more control, which is really nice. Alright, I've got some assembling to do, but if you did enjoy that, then make sure to give it a like, and make sure to subscribe and turn the bell and that kind of stuff. And tell me, have you ever done this to any of your cubes before? Have you ever, like, piece swapped? And if you haven't, well, I was gonna say try it, but then I just remembered that you could, like, ruin one of your cubes, so do it at your own risk. I actually am going to be doing 3 mods across 2 videos with the Guhong V4, so stay tuned for that. They're actually the same, but I'm just doing them 2 different cubes. And if you do have the Guhong and the Meilong M, then maybe try this, because this is actually quite a nice cube. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hang on. There you go. What the hell? You can get like M3 with 1 flag.